Sometimes you need to disappear and focus on you. You need to upgrade your life. But first, it's time to go ghost. Make sure you stick around to the end because most people never understand the actual word of going ghost to the 30. If you don't know me, my name's Emery Booker, also known as CEO M. First up, what does it mean to go ghost? Now, a lot of people, when they think about going ghost, they think about cutting everybody off, getting away from the world and just isolating themselves in this little bubble, not being surrounded by anybody. But it's a bit more deeper than that. Going ghost doesn't have to necessarily be cutting everybody off and trying to be away from the world, trying to act as if you're this going into this hyperbolic time chamber. Because the truth is, you should always be focusing on yourself, no matter if you're around people or not. What going ghost really means is focusing on yourself, not just focusing on yourself, but doing the work, regardless if anybody else is around. Doing the actual work on yourself, setting boundaries. So when people come around, they know you're doing the work. They know you're locking in, not getting distracted. Cutting off the distractions is what you need to do. Instead of trying to cut off all these other people. Now, if all these other people are distracting you, by all means, cut them off. But that doesn't just mean going to cut. You know, you just cutting them off, checking them off like you checking off a fucking habit tracker. No, you know, we're not doing that unless we have to. I mean, yeah, some people gotta go, but going ghost means focusing on yourself, locking in on your purpose, what you need to be doing at this moment. Next point. Why is going ghost so necessary for growth? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Going ghost is necessary for growth because how the hell are you gonna get to where you want to be, grow into the person you know you're supposed to be, if you keep on allowing all these distractions to get you off your pivot? You probably have been through countless times where you know you should have been doing something you was supposed to be doing, but no, you got distracted by this girl, maybe this friend. Hey, let's go smoke, let's go party, let's go chill. With this girl, I got this 2 man. Oh, let's hop on a game. Oh, let's do this. And you knew you were supposed to say no so you could focus on yourself. But no, what did you do? You said yes. You said, hey, I think I can indulge in this a little bit. Let me live a little bit. Don't get it wrong. There's nothing wrong with living. But goddamn it, you gotta focus on yourself and what you need to be doing. We don't know if we're even gonna wake up tomorrow. Alright? That's why it's so important for us to understand that life isn't to be taken too seriously, but it isn't to be taken as a joke. Balance. Okay? That's what it's about. But in order to gain that balance, in order to even have balance, you need to go ghost. You need to be focused on yourself in some way, shape, or form. And I would even argue that most people are indulging in pleasure a little too much. They use this balance word as an excuse to fuck off their time. That's what we're not doing. That's what that's what the majority of people are probably doing right now. That's what I was doing at first until I realized, hey, I have something in front of me that I'm trying to get. You know what that is? My dream. My dreams. You know what I'm saying? With the S, plural. I have multiple things I want to accomplish in this life, and I can't be fucking off my time because I wanted to have fun. No. Because what you don't understand is once you go ghost, you locking on yourself, you're going to have the most fun. Because you're actually going to be getting closer to your goals. That should be fun to you. Rewire your way of thinking. Stop thinking that, fucking off your time, doing things you're not supposed to be doing is fun. How you gonna have some long-term fun if you keep on fucking off your time, wasting it, you keep on putting your goals last, and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? You probably sitting there asking yourself, well, you got a point. I know I do. Because you wouldn't be watching this video if I didn't. This is my my third long form video by now, this is my schedule. Tracking. You're not tracking, you slacking. Let's get on to the next point. Discipline is key. A lot of people try to go through this world without it. In fact, I was one of those people. I thought I could do whatever I wanted. I thought I could. Once I left high school, I thought the world was my oyster. I didn't have to wake up at a certain time anymore. I didn't have to, have somebody breathing down my neck telling me what to do and doing this, that, and the third. I had freedom. But no. Do you really have freedom? Do you really have freedom if you know those bills got to get paid on time? Do you really have freedom if you know you got to work on this to get money? You know, you have to dedicate a certain amount of time to your business to get money, or maybe you work a job, you got to go to work, so you got to be up at a certain time to go to work. Let me tell you something. As much as I don't like school and the college the system, one thing it is good at is teaching you habits. What type of habits? Being on time, getting up early, putting in the work. If you study this day, you do the work this day, you don't have to worry about it this day. You know, you're studying for these tests, and on test day, because you study so much, you've soaked in the information, you got it. What it's bad at is leading people to the life they actually want. People can stay in college for years, way more than they intended, because they're switching their majors, they don't know what they want to do. And I feel like they could teach a lot more things better. I just don't see how I had a certain business teacher within high school, okay, it wasn't college, but in school in general. I had a business teacher talking to me about this business, how to do this, that, and the third, and they never even had a fucking business. How the fuck are you gonna teach me entrepreneurship if you're not even a fucking entrepreneur and you're working for somebody else? What I'm trying to tell you, what I'm trying to get out of you, is that discipline is the key to success. Whatever you want in this life, whether it's money, women, fame, whatever you may desire. Maybe you desire actually purpose. You know, you have a purpose to fulfill on this earth, and we all do. Hopefully you found yours. I feel like I found mine. That's why I'm sitting with you. That's why I'm sitting right here with you today. But with that being said, discipline is how you're gonna get to what you want to get to in life. It's gonna be the deal breaker. Not the deal breaker, the determining factor on if you achieve your goals or not. Man, if you're getting some value from this, man, go ahead and drop 100 in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and drop 100 for me. You watching this video, you can't even drop 100 in the comments? Go ahead and drop 100 in the comments if you get some value. Next point though, the power of silence. A lot of people talk too much. They talk about what they're gonna do. They talk about this. They talk about how much money they got. You see, when I was growing up, I started to notice something. There were three types of people in this world. You got one person who just sees what everybody else is doing, right? He's looking at what everybody else is doing. He's looking at what they're doing, and he's on the sidelines. He just commenting. He's just commenting on all of what's going on around him. He's watching everybody go out and do whatever the fuck they want to do. He's just watching. Then you have the second person, who's talking about what they're gonna do. They're talking. I'm gonna accomplish this dream, that, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna buy my mama this house. I'm gonna buy this car. I'm gonna start this business. I'm gonna make some millions. And you know what? He has the perfect game plan. He's probably planned it. He's probably done everything he needs to do to get this plan to work. But what didn't he do? He didn't do what person number 3 did, and that's take action. You have the actual people who do what they're gonna say. Matter of fact, they don't even talk about it. They just do. The doers. Person number 1, the watcher. Person number 2, the talker. Person number 3, the doer. Which one are you right now? This is a genuine question to ask yourself, because I'm going to be real with you. I used to be 1. I used to be a bit of 2. Now I'm 3. It takes time, you know? You go through the cycle. I'm watching this, I'm watching that. I'm just looking at what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Cool. 2, talking. Actually, I never really talked about what I was going to do. I mean, a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I talked to certain people about it, so I will say that. But I wasn't excessive with it, like how some of you are. You're just talking about your dreams, your goals so openly, not knowing that's really speaking poison into what you're doing. And then I finally came to the realization of, hey, all this planning, all this watching, all this talking, it's time to take some action. So I became person number 3, the doer. And once you become a doer, once you become a person who actually takes action on what he says he's going to take action on, that's when you start to build something called confidence. Why have you built confidence? Well, it's because you've actually done the work. You're doing what you say. And when you do what you say, you most likely are going to believe in yourself. You're believing in yourself because you're doing what you say. You're building that trust with yourself. So you have confidence now because you trust your word. A lot of you don't even trust your word. That's why you're not confident. But that's a different story. So, next point. How to go ghost without losing connections. Well, I feel like a lot of people when they say they want to go goes, focus on themselves, this lock in, this grind set mentality, the grind set, not a mindset, the grind set. They want to cut everybody off. They want to isolate themselves from the world. But why would you do that? You probably have some great people in your life who love to be there, who want to be in your life. Why would you cut them out? I mean, okay, you can cut them out if they're bringing out the negative in you. They're bringing out the worst in you. I would say if people are bringing out the worst in you and not contributing anything to your life, distance yourself. But if somebody is bringing out the best in you, pushing you to be the best version of yourself, helping you to achieve your goals, supporting you, why would you want to cut that person out? Those are hard to come by. And I will say, family can be some of the people you need to distance yourself from. Sadly, that is true. But then there are others who you need to keep close. You can't just cut everybody out of your life. Maybe because, oh, well, I didn't like what he said. Okay, maybe you didn't like what this person said. Why didn't you like what they said? Well, it made me feel this way. This is what I always think of. If somebody tells me something and I feel a certain way, that struck a nerve. Maybe I need to do some self-work. I remember I had certain people, they would come to me, they would tell me things about myself like, hey, you need to be doing this, you need to be going harder, you need to be actually indulging in productive habits. Things are gonna get you closer to your goals. Right now you're being, a fucking lazy ass. You're being fucking lazy. Like, get on your shit. Things like that. At first, I looked at it like, who the fuck is this guy talking to? Who the fuck is you talking to? You know what I'm saying? That's how I kind of looked at him. But then before I even said anything back, I said, okay. Because here's the thing. When people, rather they talk shit, rather they, maybe some people are honestly talking shit, they're not giving constructive criticism. But then some people are actually giving constructive criticism, you just don't like it. Regardless, take what that person said. If you actually felt some type of way, if it struck a nerve within you, then that's something you need to work on. Maybe that's something you actually need to be applying yourself to. Maybe that's something you actually need to be going in your room and journaling and reading and doing the self-work on yourself. Maybe you need to be doing something that person said. That's why it struck so hard, because you knew what that person was saying was true. Right? Be very careful about just cutting people off. You can lock in, you could do what you need to do by setting boundaries, right? Set boundaries, because once you set boundaries, you're going to make your lifestyle a lot more healthy. You're going to start saying yes to things that bring you value and no to things that don't bring you value. That's what it means to go ghost, right? You don't have to cut off everybody. You have to establish boundaries. That's what it's about. So, what's the reward at the end of going ghost? Okay, I said, most people never understand the reward until they're 30. Well, once you go ghost, you focus on yourself, you lock in, you do the self-work, you get 1% better each day. You do that for 365 days. Fuck that, you do that for life. You have no choice but to reap the rewards. What does rewards look like? Let me tell you. Rewards look like a better body. You're consistent in the gym. A better mindset. You think clearly. You articulate better. You communicate more efficiently because you've been reading. You stay present in the moment because you've been meditating. You start getting some money in because you've been working on that business. You start walking around with more confidence because you have the belief that you can accomplish anything or do anything you want to in life. You're confident. Your people skills start improving because you're putting yourself out here. You're talking to people. You're networking. You're now a walking opportunity. Think about that. Once you start doing the self-work on yourself, you now become a walking opportunity. When people see you, they look at you like, wow, that person, I can tell, can elevate my life. You need to become the type of person that once you enter somebody's life, you're a valuable asset, right? But then you also have to understand this. A lot of people are going to try to use that valuable asset. They're going to try to use you because they know you've been doing that work. That's where you have to be careful, because a lot of people will come around when they see all of this greatness being built. Take note of who stayed with you on the come up and those who came once you came up. It's sad to say, but a lot of people not here, when you down and you struggling and, when you going through it, especially as a man. You know, a lot of people only care about your results. They don't care about how you feel. Fuck how you feel. That's the world we live in. People, the world cares about results. Okay, maybe women. Okay, women. Oh yeah, okay. So she's not feeling it today. Okay, I get it. Hey, you can go home. Hey, you could. You don't have to do this work today. Hey, girls, not a. Hey, relax. It's different as a man. It is, and I strongly believe that. I'm a walking testament. You know, last year I was feeling my worst. I felt like committing suicide last year. I'm gonna be real with you. Shit was just not going my way. I couldn't. You know, I got my computer stole. You know, shit was going to shit. Money wasn't looking right. I felt like my dreams were just slipping away from me. I feel like, you know, I didn't go to college. I feel like my life was just over. I feel like everything was just coming to an end, and it was just a matter of time before I just ended it. But I didn't. I kept going, and I understood that things would get better. Yeah, man, it was hard. You know, but that's life. Life's supposed to be hard, man. And once you get through those trials and tribulations, I promise you, whatever you're going through, it's gonna be worth it. You're gonna reap the rewards of what you've been working on. So much effort you've been putting in. You're gonna be reaping all of those rewards. You're gonna be getting everything that you wanted because you decided to lock in and go ghost. Now, if you're serious about mastering your mindset, go ahead, click the link in the description down below and join my school community where I'm pretty much going to teach you how to break your bad habits, defeat your lust, and truly just elevate your life as a person. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications because I'm going to be posting every single day. I'll see y'all later.